Dear family, friends, colleagues, relatives, employers of our wonderful graduating OneMBA 16 class. It is a privilege to welcome you here on the campus of Rotterdam School of Management, Erasmus University. So let me just talk you through quickly on what we can expect this afternoon. There's a lineup at the moment where the people who are quite familiar to you will be, gearing up in line, and they will enter the room with the faculty in the cortege. When they enter the room, may I ask you to please stand up and give them a warm round of applause. At the end of the ceremony, towards the end of the afternoon, we have a similar routine, only going the way out. So we will first ask the, at the time then, alumni of the program to walk out with the cortege of faculty and guests, and then you can follow and give them a big hug or a good handshake. Can I just ask you to please double check? I don't want you to feel embarrassed if your telephones are switched off, because it happened to me once and I felt horrible. So. There are microphones on the desks here. May I please ask you not to touch the buttons or the microphones, because it is all connected to the microphones we have in front here. Thank you. I'm wishing you a wonderful afternoon. I'm sure you're immensely proud. I'm now going out to see if they are ready. And again, once they come in, please stand up and give them a warm round of applause. Thank you for being here. Sorry. Welcome, graduating class OneMBA 2016. This is it. This is your afternoon. This is your day. This is what we worked for with you for 21 months. Take your moment. Welcome, dear guests, family, colleagues, employers, colleagues of the graduates here. Welcome, dear faculty. Welcome, Dean of Degree Programs, colleagues. What a pleasure to be here today. As I mentioned earlier, we have a pretty exciting afternoon, and we'll go into the evening with you together as well. Thank you for being here. It's my pleasure to introduce our first speaker, Professor Erik Waarts. Professor Erik Waarts is Professor of Marketing at the Rotterdam School of Management, Erasmus University. He studied quantitative business economics at Erasmus University in Rotterdam, where he also gained his PhD on the dissertation, Analyzing Competitive Links in Marketing. In addition, he is, fortunately, Dean Degree Programs at RSM, and a long-standing member of RSM's management team. He is executive board member of the SAMS Alliance that we have. Vice President of the Equal EFMD Board and member of the EPAS Accreditation Committee. He's regularly involved in national and international accreditation processes, and Professor Waarts is a registered marketeer and honorary member of the Dutch Institute for Marketing. I'm not sure which program for this afternoon you have seen before, but you may notice that the speaker lineup has slightly changed. The Dean of Rotterdam School of Management, Erasmus University, Steve van der Velde, was supposed to be here. I'm not sure if you're listening in, Steve, because you asked for the live stream link earlier. He was feeling quite under the weather at the moment, but fortunately we have Professor Waarts here taking his place. So get well, Steve, we're all with you, and you told us that you're with us in spirit. Professor Waarts.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, welcome with this ceremony, this graduation ceremony of the OneMBA program of the Rotterdam School of Management. It's the business school of the Erasmus University here in Rotterdam. Of course, a special word of welcome to the 31 graduates of the Global OneMBA 2016. And I would say, congratulations, you made it. Can we give them a big hand again? And also welcome to our guest, of course. And may I ask, is there anybody from the UK here? Yeah. I would say my sympathy or condolences or congratulations, I don't know. But you're welcome and you'll always be. Thank you for coming. Well, you know, ladies and gentlemen, the RSM delivers a lot of programs. We have a big school, but there's one really, really special program. And that's the Global OneMBA. It's a small program compared to the other ones we have, but it is very special. And there are a number of reasons why it's very special. First of all, of course, it is very international. It is a consortium program, and we work together in a number of colleague partners in the world, in 4 parts of the world, you could say. We have IGADE in Mexico. We have Vargas in Brazil. We have Xiamen in China. We have the Keenan Flagger Business School in the US. And we have this place, Rotterdam, the RSM. We are very proud of being part of that consortium. Now, another reason, of course, is a program is as good as its participants, its students. And we are still very proud that we have this cohort of people from 11 nationalities, very international component. And on average, I think a little bit more of 18 years of working experience. You could say, okay, why study? You know it all already after so many years, but no. There are reasons to come here and rethink things and do some courses, but also work together and find your way into a new part of your life. That is what happens. And also, you know, you can have experience and been 18 years in the market, but it is also about the drive and ambition of people in the class. And this is a very, very special one. People have this pride, this drive to change things in the world, not only for themselves, but also for the company and broader than that, for the world, you could say. So that are the building blocks of this program. It's really unique. Still, it is unique. It exists for a couple of years, 15 years, but still very, very unique if you compare it to other consortia programs. So what we do is try to learn from each other, try to think about the future, what you could do to change the future. And we make a lot of assignments and do a lot of things and exams, etc. But that's basically the platform that we set. Now, let's go back maybe 2 years ago. Then the people sitting here now had to make a kind of a decision, you know, shall I enroll in this program, yes or no? Let's go into the pros and the cons and just see whether or not you make the right decision. It is, of course, an expensive program. You have to pay some fees, but actually the more expensive part is the hours, the time you put in it, the opportunity cost. You know, you can do a lot other things in the time you spend in this program, and you have to cope with it. So, you know, the cost of anxiety, maybe a little bit of sacrifice also. But then again, the other side, the upside is, of course, that you have maybe more knowledge, more competencies, more and a better skill set, more networks around you, maybe more career opportunities, higher self-confidence, and maybe even, you know, you think about a total makeover. If you do that, maybe it changes really your lives. Now, of course, you have all made that decision 2 years ago to enroll, so you make a positive decision on that. But then again, we could argue that along the road, maybe some of you have thought, right, rethink this decision. Am I still sure that I made the right one? You know, sometimes you have to have worked hard. You have to have cancelled some of those nice dinners that you have with old friends. But, you know, you have the deadlines to make tomorrow. So there are some things to rethink. And maybe you have done that during some exam that you didn't do, or just that you had too much on your shoulder. You have to do all the things that your partners and all your members in your group didn't do. So a lot of times that you might have thought, wow, did I think right when I decided to go in this program? Now you're sitting here again, and of course, you know, your pride, and you know, you made it, and look back and all your families and friends are around you and colleagues. And then I will ask you the question, did you really make the right decision? Did you? Yeah. Okay, a little bit more convincing even. Did you make the right decision? Yeah. Another one? Right decision? Yeah. Okay. Now, the guests, of course, are also involved in this process. It might be that your partner or brother or father or grandfather or kids saw you working, studying, being a family member, doing all the things you have to do, and sometimes thought, whoops, that's a lot. Did he make the right decision? I'm not sure. Sometimes people think so. So I would like to ask the guests, you know, did they make the right decision? Yes. Yeah? Okay. No, what? Yes. Anybody know? No. That's what I like. Everybody thinks, you know, we made the right decision, and rightly so. I think, you know, if you look at the program, if you look what you did, this is something that is really a right decision, whatever comes out of it. The reputation of this school and all schools and all programs depends on the students, the participants, and what they do with the program later. So if they are alumni, and you are alumni this afternoon. And that's really important, because you know, make something out of what we did here. Not only in Rotterdam, but in all parts of the world you've been. And that is really what we are so proud of, that people go into the world, go into your companies or start new companies or whatever, but make a difference. And this is a motto that this school has, make a positive difference, an impact. And I'm sure you will all do that. I would like to ask you to remember the RSM, remember the program, talk with your colleagues, be a proud member of the Alumni Association, and I wish you all the luck in the world. Thank you very much.
I think we need one more round of applause. And it should not necessarily come from our audience, but maybe from our graduates. To the wonderful support group that is joining you here, or may not be present here, but is with you in spirit, the people that supported you along the way, the people that allowed you to come in at work late, to be away from home for weeks, to not be there during some social events, to not be fully there with your minds when it was necessary. I think you owe them. So before we start applauding for you, I'd like you to stand up and thank your audience. Please be seated. So you probably have no idea how often our dear graduates have been referring to you, to us, to faculty, to each other over the last 21 months, and how much appreciation there is from their side for you, for employers, for colleagues, for your understanding, for your frustration, for your love, your passion. And I really want to thank you on behalf of RSM as well, because they could not have done this without you. Thank you. Now, it is a great pleasure for me to introduce our keynote speaker for today, Scott Mongeau. Now, Scott Allen Mongeau, as a very formal introduction, Scott, he's an international data analytics expert, researcher, practitioner, and thought leader. He has over 20 years of experience providing targeted analytics expertise to companies and organizations around the world, where he advises on planning, design, and implementation of data-focused decision-making solutions. Currently, Scott works as data scientist with SAS, the leading company in business analytics software and services. He holds a master's degrees from Miami University, University of Texas, Austin, RMIT Australia, University of California, Berkeley, Rotterdam School of Management, a master's in financial management to be precisely. And I remember that at the time when you were finishing, you said, I might be interested in doing a OneMBA. So I dare say the most significant degree he has is his OneMBA MBA degree from Rotterdam School of Management, where he graduated in 2011 with Dean's Honours. He's an alumni lecturer here at RSM on analytics and big data, and has delivered a thought-provoking TEDx RSM talk on data science. Scott will soon defend his PhD thesis, Organization Management of Data Analytics Models, at Nyenrode University, so we can introduce him as Dr. Mongeau in the future as well. Mind you, the reason he chose to do his PhD at Nyenrode is because we did not have a part-time PhD program available at RSM at the time of his graduation. But we fixed that problem now, Scott, in the meantime. And since Scott has multiple master degrees, I can just imagine him pursuing multiple PhD degrees as well. And I hope the next one will be from RSM as well. It's an honor and pleasure for me to introduce Scott Mongeau to his OneMBA 16 peers and their guests as keynote speaker this afternoon. I think he's pretty awesome.
Thank you. Hey. Thank you very much. Yeah, it's quite an honor to be back here today. I'm really honored for the invitation. So it's quite an auspicious occasion, a formal occasion, and I'm very happy to be able to come as an alumni speaker. Well, as Saskia mentioned, indeed, I was OneMBA 2011. And I work for SAS, which is a big data analytics company. Currently, we're working on some very big challenges with cyber attacks, trying to protect banks and governments from cyber criminals, so some very big problems. And I am very active in speaking and maintaining a relationship with Erasmus and coming back to speak on occasion to some of the programs here at Erasmus. Now, it's an honor to have this invitation. I think that Saskia probably knows that I'm usually happy to speak at the opening of a letter, as they say. So it was not a challenge, but I put some thought into what I can contribute here. So indeed, the learnings I've had since I graduated perhaps would be of interest. I know since you're contemplating this world after being now obtaining your OneMBA degree. So my theme then is looking forward and looking back, perhaps to give you some thoughts that I've had and to give some reflections on what the OneMBA has meant to me after 5 years. So I'm also conscious that, well, I've been to many graduations and have spoken at some, and I'm also conscious that there's many people, different people attending, and so I want to make it lively and not to put people to sleep. So as such, let's make this inclusive. One of the things that I noted when I spoke at my own graduation was that there were a lot of children. So it was a bit atypical for an academic presentation. And so I guess we have about maybe 15% of the audience is under the age of maybe 12. See, this is my data science skills here. But as such, I think I will try to put in some entertaining parts for our younger guests as well. I think Saskia will remember I brought a puppet to my graduation speech. So this is to otherwise make sure that we laugh. Don't forget to laugh. So this was one of my learnings from the OneMBA. Some of the other things that I look back upon after graduation from 2011 is that, well, I'm a little bit jealous, I must say, because first of all, Rotterdam is a city of renewal. It's in constant change, as opposed to some other cities that we don't talk about and never mention. But Rotterdam is very modern, forward-thinking, and in constant renewal. But I'm a little bit jealous because when I was here in 2011, when you looked out the RSM building, this is really what we saw most of the time, and you have to walk through this. Now it looks like this, so I get a little jealous, but it looks wonderful. It really does. It's an amazing site. This is what Rotterdam Central Station looked like for my whole period of study, which was more than 3 years in total. So every morning, sometimes very early, rushing through construction. And now it looks like this, so it's wonderful. I'm very happy to come back and see these things. And then this was Rotterdam Block, which was a very lively market, but has nothing to compare to what's now been built here. So I'm amazed and really impressed with Dutch planning and Dutch ability to really renew Rotterdam. It's become quite an amazing place. Now, some other things have changed too. So being a data analyst, I thought I was being very smart, trying to look at unemployment trends and to study right at that period where I thought unemployment, well, surely will go down. Well, you know, I got this one wrong. I did, which is after I graduated, we saw more challenges. But I will second guess this analysis, and I say that you are probably going to be much luckier. The hope is the trend is continuing to go down. So that's my hope and my analysis. Well, now there's continuing challenges, as we know. As I woke up this morning, things had suddenly changed. A few weeks, I'll be going on vacation to the UK, and I was suddenly very surprised to see my vacation became a lot cheaper, which is quite nice because I have dual Dutch citizenship. I like goedkoop vakantie, so so that's very nice. So my other learning really is that some things that change are bigger than us, and that we have to be prepared to surf change. So that I know after I got the degree, I was really hard charging, but there's some things in the world that will change and big trends that we have to be prepared to surf. And so this was part of my learning. Now, the other thing is that I believe I was invited here today because I really am a practitioner. I'm very active. I had my own consulting company after I left and then worked for Deloitte in Amsterdam. Oops, I said Amsterdam, sorry. And now work as a data scientist. So as opposed to the ivory tower, where things can become quite abstract, I will just spend a moment to talk a little bit about the practitioner world. And when we talk about the practitioner world, about the world of work, my advice is that if you are in doubt as you go into your roles in the future, you can always raise technology, innovation, and globalization. If your boss comes to you and says, how are we going to fix things? Just raise these 3 points. This was a learning we had from the OneMBA. They're constant themes. They always seem to work. For me, in any case, one of these are all applicable, which is we're seeing a new world that's rapidly being changed by technology, just the sheer amount of traffic on the internet, and then this knock-on effect of rapid technological proliferation. We're seeing massive systems, massive amounts of data being analyzed, and now more and more real devices coming into the world, such as automated cars and drones that are leveraging this data and are surely going to change things over the coming 2 decades. So what we're seeing is the combination of technologies that are feeding upon one another. And indeed, we have this idea that we may be getting to points where our computer technologies may be able to simulate some uniquely human skills and levels of intelligence. So we have this very hopeful world, I think, to look forward to. And so my message in learning then is to keep dreaming, to keep seeing these innovations in the world. However, also as a technologist, I can say that technology also can have a dark side, which is, as we know, some of these technologies can disrupt the workplace. We've seen in, well, several reports, such as in The Economist, how these new technologies will threaten a lot of professions in the future. Thankfully, not professor, it's not listed there, but I think the implication is that managers or people who are becoming more skilled as managers have an opportunity, but also certain risks about these technologies that may disintermediate. So this is when I go back to my children photo, and not to be negative, but also to raise a point, which is to always look to transform. So when you see something, the dark lining in the cloud, my advice is to look for opportunities to transform. For every negative, there's a positive. So just my own thoughts on looking on the positive side of things. So as Saskia mentioned, I'm a data scientist, and this has been, I guess, called the sexiest job in the 21st century. I keep on telling my wife this. She does not believe me. I think she sees me more as this. So that said, it is a position where there's a lot of interest. But however, the more and more experience I have in this field, the more I see how things can go quite wrong with technology and computer-aided decision-making. And that's where managers come in, which is science really is a human discipline, and we often make quite poor decisions. And so I use this in a lot of my talks. It's difficult to believe, but these two orange dots are exactly the same size. We have embedded in our minds, because of the ways we evolved, certain assumptions that we make quickly that often lead us to bad decisions. So this can have profound effects on, for instance, large economies or countries that decide to leave the EU, for instance. The challenge then is that instead of achieving these development goals that we are capable of, building large structures, we end up with chaos and confusion. And I think that's really where the manager comes in, and where leadership sits, which is this ability to guide decision-making, to second-guess computers and science when appropriate. On that point, perhaps the last major point to make, and this is my only recommendation about from an academic source or a book, is as well as leadership to really understand followership. So I can recommend the work of Barbara Kellerman. So she repositions leadership as in a new world as followership. Taking into account social media and a lot of innovations, and questioning the old paradigm of leadership, which is the top-down director style approach to participating, understanding, and listening. So that sort of brings me a bit to the close, and I thank you for your attention. I hope I didn't put anyone to sleep. I do want to recognize the importance of our staff. Now, I asked Maria Pia for photos, and I was shocked that there's actually no team photo of a wonderful team. Apparently, you guys don't have a team photo. So I took the liberty to put one together for you. I hope you will be able to use this in your brochures in the future. And I didn't want to forget, although he's sadly ill today, Steve. And I didn't have like a body to put him on, so I was kind of inspired by 16th century religious art here, so I thought he could be sort of a looming presence in the background. But he ended up a little more like a desk ornament, I'm afraid. So it's good he's not here. I don't want to make fun of him. But it gave me an idea for a product, and this is really to recognize people and recognize the team. But I had an idea for a product, and so I would honestly buy this because I have great respect for Steve. He was my instructor in operations management and led me really into my career of analytics. So I had an idea we could have a little doll available at the RSM store. So this is my product idea, so perhaps my last contribution. And so this is my advice to continue to innovate. Now, I think Steve could potentially help us. Being an expert in operations management, he could undoubtedly help us to optimize the supply chain and squeeze every last eurocent out of the profitability of these dolls. So that's optimization. Very good. So with this, again, back at the beautiful campus and very thankful, I finally want to recognize your families, which is, I know after finishing myself that my wife and my own family made a lot of sacrifices so that I could do the study. And it's often unseen, which is, making meals late at night, not being able to see you, having canceled social appointments. It's quite a burden on all of us. So I would like to recognize the families as well, knowing personally what that means. So with that, I'll bring things to a close, which is to welcome you to the class of 2016, and in a symbolic way, perhaps, hand over the baton to you, and hopefully to encourage you to share, and maybe in 2021, one of you will come back and give your reflections for the rest to see. So I thank you for your time and for the honor of having a chance to give a talk to you today. Thank you.
Thank you. And I hope that's a promise that you'll be coming back, whatever occasion in the future, and be a guest speaker. Now, back to reality of the graduation 2016. I'd like to invite, as we traditionally do, the representative of the OneMBA 16 graduating class for his talk. Michiel Visser. And I can call you Michael. Why am I saying Michiel? Maybe it's about the Michiel de Ruiter monument or whatever. Thank you.
No problem. Thank you. Well, no fancy pictures for me. I just do it the old-fashioned way. Dear friends and family, dear professors, and dear fellow students, please allow me to put my phone down in order to monitor my fellow students. Our group app has been a great tool to evaluate the quality of the speakers. The worse the speakers, the higher the number of apps. So I'm in the group app, so I'm watching you. 653 days ago, on September 10, 2014, our group of 31 students, like this, sorry. Our group of 31 ambitious people gathered together to start a journey. We did not know each other. We came from different countries, different industries, different backgrounds, and different religions. However, we all made the same choice to start the OneMBA. And we are very proud that in spite of the personal challenges, we finished this journey with the full group, 31 persons. I would like to have applause for that. It's now my honor to summarize our experience in only 10 minutes, which is obviously not enough, especially if I would include the hardmanship of our social program. It all started with 3 days in Rotterdam, personal leadership development with Elizabeth, to lay a foundation in our self-reflection, and to prepare ourselves for the trip to Washington. There we would meet the global group of 120 people from the schools in the US, Brazil, Mexico, and China. In Washington, after a lot of pre-readings, the emphasis was on leading and managing global organizations. This has become the most used word in our class. Lamgo, or the excuse for every political incorrect joke. Hashtag Lamgo. During Lamgo, we learned that we had to cope with cultural differences during our group assignments. We discussed the cliches about the do's and the don'ts in our communication with the American students, the Brazilians, the Mexicans, the Chinese, and especially the Dutch people. And we shocked everybody when we told that RSM was represented more than half of the total of 20 nationalities to make the Lamgo experience even more complex. Furthermore, the first global teams were formed, and we were asked to prepare communication plans, to set the time for the weekly video call, to divide leadership roles, and to make sure that everybody knew his or her specific task. This will really pay so much for this MBA to learn such basic lessons about culture and cooperation. Yes, we needed to. It became so necessary. We all fell in this obvious trap. Every weekend, there were many apps to discuss what time the go-to-meeting video call would start. I see people laughing, so they recognize that. What was the dial-in number? It was every week the same. Furthermore, it occurred on a regular basis that we did not always listen to each other, whereby some were more vocal than others. In class in Rotterdam, the professors taught us the fundamentals of operations, like Stefan de Velde, marketing, finance, and strategy. And we also had more exotic topics, like managerial decisions and systems in business. We learned how to create value, how to merge, how to position ourselves, how to manage change, how to price, and the concept of price discrimination. The prisoner's dilemma, the game theory, and the last 2 days, a lot about the valley of despair. We have compared business economics with cellular biology, neuroscience, quantum physics, and chaos theory. How can you do that? We have analyzed balance sheets and strategies, compared them, and sweated on them. The key drivers, the 3 C's, the 4 P's, the 5 C's, the 6 Sigmas, the 7 S's. Do we need to say more? Yes. While playing with Lego, we have learned how Boy Scouts solve their bottlenecks, thanks to Steve. Within RSM, taking into account the number of nationalities in our group, we have seen many country presentations. This helped us to better understand the countries in which you lived and live still some. Costa Rica, Russia, Nigeria, Uganda, Slovakia, Pakistan, France, Italy. We did not get a presentation on Holland, but I think we did at every residency to show you what Holland has to offer. We have intensively debated the sustainability goals of the United Nations, like no poverty, zero hunger, quality education, gender equality. Unfortunately, mostly via the WhatsApp. Maybe that has to do with the speaker. Too many goals, or not enough. Realistic or not, valid or not. Regardless whether we believe it's important or not, during our residencies in Istanbul, Sao Paulo, Mexico City, Xiamen, and Delhi, we have seen that it's truly necessary to think about these goals. As many people in the world still live from day to day, finding ways to feed their children without access to education. So what will I miss are the dynamics of the class, the cocktail questions, the more philosophical questions, whether a speaker was single or not, the personal examples, the anecdotes, the summaries, and the meditations. We have taken many photos of meditating fellow students who took their moments to reflect during class. But most of all, we have become very aware of the fast-changing environment around us, where innovation results in business models being Uberized. It requires a lot of our flexibility and adaptability. It was already said in the previous presentation. And the Brexit is an excellent example of many of the uncertainties which we have to face around us. Does all this knowledge make us the leaders of the future? We can spend hours to discuss on this topic. Recently, I saw a TED Talk which made a clear statement. It is not the company who comes with the ideas. It is the people. It made me realize that the theories which were taught in class are the bricks. However, the people, they are the mortar. During the last 2 days of this MBA, each student gave a presentation about his or her experience during the last 21 months. It proved again that we learned so much from this group of wonderful people. By sharing our ideas and discussing our different views, and experience a great transformation supported by the larger group of students across the world, who I would like to thank also. Each member of our team brings in specific experience, which was helpful in understanding the dynamics of business life and life in general. It has proven that the diversity of our network, by gathering people around you who think differently, is of the essence to improve yourself. It is also proven that vulnerability and trust are necessary to connect in order to bring relationships to the next level. We have shared our glass ceilings, our strengths, our challenges, and our fears with each other. The good things, like family expansion, upcoming marriage, promotions, and career changes. But also the uncertainties regarding loss of people close to you, sickness, and relationships. For some of you, another journey will start in which the OneMBA group will support you unconditionally. I sincerely hope that our time together has reduced the barriers for you to ask for help. But we could not have jumped into this program without the people behind us. While we were living in a cocoon for the last 21 months, our friends and family were left alone. It's now time to look into their eyes of the people closest to you. So turn around, find them, and show your appreciation. I'm sure that you cannot wait to embrace them and kiss them, but like in a wedding, be patient and save the kiss for the last moment. Work balance has proven to be an important topic amongst the students, with an emphasis on the fact that family is number one. After spending 20 hours a week on our studies, living a selfish life, there is a chance that the integration takes time. Some of us might need more time than others to integrate again in the normal life. One of our biggest concerns as a group is whether we fall back in our old habits. In our class there are a lot of rough diamonds with tremendous capabilities, great personalities who have not discovered their greatness yet. To a large extent, because of the baggage they bring from the past, because of unintentional lack of trust and appreciation from the people around them, or just because they have landed in the wrong working environment. Therefore, dear family members, dear friends, please do not see this graduation as the end. Do not lock up the potential of your partners to make up for the lost time in the past 21 months. Do not make agreements to pause for a certain period. Listen to the ambitions which we have discovered during the journey. Grasp the momentum. Entrepreneurs have emerged. Creativity has materialized, and passion became apparent. Your support continues to be needed to support your loved ones and appreciate their ambitions in order to express and grow their greatness. But let's focus on today. We're back, which also means that we have no more excuses to fulfill our duties in the daily activities in the house. But dear family and friends, be aware that we recently finalized our negotiations course and our grades were good. I'm sure I cannot avoid the ride to the supermarket tomorrow. But walking in the supermarket will never be the same, as RSM has the internal fame of being world champions to both soccer and volleyball. I want to congratulate RSM on a great team. Maria, Pia, Jos, Tinka, Saskia and Mark. Thank you for putting this group together, listening to us where necessary, and being there for when we needed you. And Maria, Pia, it must be great to enjoy summer without chasing us. So, class of 2016, I would like to thank you for a great time together. I will miss you and would like to wish you lots of health for you and your families. And all the best in your careers. I look forward to your stories in person or via the WhatsApp. And we see you in Barcelona. Thank you.
Oh, oops. As a representative of the class, this hug was meant for all of you, of course. What next? Shall we just start? Shall we make this your moment? I think it's about time that we recognize your 21 months and the accomplishments, the efforts, the hard work you put in, and the fact that you're here today. Be in this moment. And I won't ask you, for the audience, there was a mindfulness training yesterday, so I will not ask you to do a breathing exercise for 30 minutes. But I would just want you to really think about where you are, where you came from, and what you hope is ahead of you. Like the video said yesterday, pursue your passion. And I think you all did. I cannot officially graduate you now, but I will after you receive your diplomas. So I will now, in alphabetical order, ask you to come forward. And I'll ask our registrar and our dean to prepare for the official diploma ceremony. Graduating class OneMBA 2016. You have all graduated. You will now receive your official RSM MBA degree and your OneMBA. What a great accomplishment. Super, super, super proud of all of you. Can I ask to come step forward, Martin Aalders. Abid Ahmed. Olaf Andriessen. Folu Abotoye. Laurens Barning Borghouts. Marianne Bartek. Juan Cajal. Sébastien Flagiolet. Marjan Groeneveld. Fabien Guillory. Timur Ivanov. Kees Knijnsberg. Egor Kudrikov. Pieter Kulaba. Erik Lichtendag. Holly Maximova. Pierre Mastro Berardino. Tjerk van der Meer. Jeffrey Michaels. Niels van op Zeeland. Erik Pennings. Wendy Persoon. Koen Rijkelijkhuizen. Kenneth Ruigrok. Alessandro Sansone. Barbara van Schuppen. Laurence Zoeteman. Konstantin Tarasevich. Alexander Tikink. Michael de Visser. And last but definitely not least, Ronald Swartz. Commitment, performance, delivery of all the individuals' graduations from this program is outstanding, of course. However, the Committee of Examiners wants to recognize two people in particular and rewards them with the so-called Dean's Honors. I ask you kindly to step forward, Sebastian Flagliolet and Kees Knijnsberg. Just stand there, please. For an additional recognition, the so-called with distinction, I'd like to ask Sebastian to walk towards Erik again. Your distinction agreed.
I don't know if you can, you know? This is the gold one.
Okay.
This is really cool. With distinction.
Gefeliciteerd.
Geweldig.
Can I just say, so just use your mic to say a word.
Sorry?
Can I just say one line? That,
You have to stand very close to me.
okay,
I don't
well,
mind.
Definitely, don't worry. Sorry, well, I can use my voice. These thoughts came across my mind while I was writing my last essay tomorrow. So I'll just share this. As I take this piece of paper, as you all do, I see no pride, but humility. I see no achievement, but beginnings. And above all, I see no superiority, but new abilities. I feel humble in front of all that I still have to learn, and I feel responsible to give back to the society in general, in my own way, as if it wasn't for our society and the educational system that it had put in place, we would not be sitting here. Sorry, and I could have never enjoyed the privilege to grow throughout this little journey. This, the paper we have, is a symbol of energy for the years to come for our children and for our families and our friends. So thank you very much to everybody in this class.
So I would like to wholeheartedly congratulate you on achieving this. What a wonderful, wonderful achievement. You're now officially alumni. Congratulations. So for the official introduction into the alumni network at RSM, I'd like to invite Meta Mikic to step forward.
So yes, here you are, the new graduates of Rotterdam School of Management, OneMBA class of 2016. I would like to congratulate each one of you for this admirable achievement and important milestone in your life. But not only to congratulate you, I also want to welcome you to the alumni network of Rotterdam School of Management. So, as alumni, you become a member of RSM community. Like your OneMBA program, our community is a truly global one, consists of members who actively contribute to the community, staff, faculty, students, corporate contacts, and you, alumni. Especially you, alumni, are a critical part of our community as you help to shape it in a unique and meaningful way. You're a part of this community since the day that you enrolled at RSM, and you will continue to be so. You now have even more crucial role. With your participation, you can help the rest of the RSM community fulfill our educational mission. The focus of RSM community is encouraging engagement on 4 different levels. By networking, in a professional and social context, by providing lifelong learning opportunities. Just because you've graduated today, that doesn't mean that you'll ever stop learning. By giving back as ambassador of the school, and by staying connected. Do keep us updated about your whereabouts so that your fellow alumni and our office can reach you very easily. So we hope that when you leave the campus today, this won't be goodbye. We hope to see lots of you in the future at your class events, at local chapter events around the world, at school-wide events like RSM Leadership Summit in October, at industry events, and so on. And we hope for you to continue to be involved and help us grow in the future. In your particular case, being a graduate of the Global OneMBA program, your position within alumni community is extra special. So you now belong to 2 communities. You are a very valued member of the RSM alumni community, but your first connection with each other will be within your OneMBA program. Maybe our new alumni in a couple of years. So that is why I would like to give the word to Peter Brijs. Peter was in your shoes exactly 3 years ago, and he's a proud alumni of OneMBA class of 2013. He's also a vice chairman of OneMBA Alumni Association, and he will be very happy to tell you how you can stay involved and connected with your OneMBA peers. Before I hand over to him, I would like to remind you that we prepared a small goodie bag for you with some token of appreciation from RSM and some further instructions and ideas how to stay connected with us, and we will give it to you just by the exit, by the elevators. And congratulations again, welcome to Alumni Network, and I'm really looking forward to staying in touch with you. And now, Peter?
Thank you, Meta, for your very kind introduction. Let me see if this is on. Never show the interface. I feel very privileged to address the new class. Congratulations. But first, I would like to go back in time a little bit. It's Saturday, 11th May 2013. It's hot, it's 46 degrees outside. And having signed up for OneMBA in July 2011, I had known from that moment on exactly I would be here at that exact moment. Agra, India, 1 day before the start of the final residency. Yes, we did start in India, you started in China, we all got sick, they changed the order. Get sick in your own time. The bus drive up to Agra was long, hot, lots of honking, you've probably seen it. And you also saw not only cows on the road, but also water buffaloes, camels, monkeys, and whatever you dare not touch. The moment we step through the entrance gate, I for the first time see Taj Mahal in its full majesty. Despite the heat, I have goosebumps all over. Especially when I tell you now, I feel it again. I'm surprised by my own emotions, because for me, it wasn't just a view of one of the world wonders. It was the realization that the OneMBA program was almost over. Of course, the rational mind had known we had been on a home stretch ever since Latin America. But there in India, I felt it for the first time. Until then, I was too busy, too focused, too immersed, just couldn't see behind the program. So at that point, it felt like the end of the program, but not the end of a journey. Because with the realization that the program was almost over, the realization also came that graduation in June would be just a milestone. A milestone in a journey that started 2 years earlier. And yes, like you, we had been told that many times. I think I'm the fourth speaker now who tells you this is the start of a journey. It's true. But it wasn't until that hot, very hot Saturday morning that I really felt it was true. And a feeling that only grew stronger in the last month of the program and ever since. So, congratulations to you, RSM class of 2016. You too have reached this incredible milestone after 2 years of hard work. 2 years in which you and your family have made sacrifices, and 2 years in which undoubtedly you have changed and grown as professionals, human beings and global citizens. And at some point, most, if not all of you, will have realized that today is not the end of the journey, but the start of a new phase. We have met quite a few times in the past 2 years, most recently in Xiamen, and it was very great seeing you change as a group, as a cohort, but also as individuals. So you are OneMBA alumni now. Welcome to the community. And it's a very big community, because since you graduated in since the first class graduated in 2004, almost 1,300 people graduated from OneMBA. And you see it here, 360 alumni from RSM, slightly more from UNC, and then divided over the group. These people are working in all sorts of industries and literally all over the world. People that share your passion for global business, for unleashing potential, for making things better, and for lifelong learning. You have made some friends for life in your global class, in your cohort, but you share an experience with many, many, many more people, not just with your own cohort. So, as alumni, first, you probably will have to get used to no more deadlines for a few weeks. This weekend, the weather is not so good, but when you're in the garden, probably like withdrawal systems. Deadlines. Then the family comes, well, didn't you have to repair the sink or something else that has to be done in the house? And I know Michael made some very bold promises about doing necessary chores in the house, but at some point the new phase will raise questions. What shall I do next? What can I do? What have I learned? How can I bring it into practice? How can I keep learning? How can I share what I've learned? I don't think things will never go back to normal. There is a new normal now. And that is where the OneMBA Alumni Association comes in. Can help, maybe. The OneMBA Alumni Association aims to promote the continued development of current and future alumni as global leaders and to strengthen networks amongst the OneMBA community. An alumni network that can and will be good for business as well. If you are looking for opportunities, looking for people in a certain position, city or industry, chances are the OneMBA alumni network can help you find such a person. But it's not just about business. I'm sure you will remember the local and global residencies, the interactions you had there, the fun, the learning, the challenges. Chances are that when you think about the coming months, this is probably the first thing you say, I'm going to miss that. In the alumni meetings, we do see some of that interaction back. Many of you actually joined us in Hamburg in 2015, and recent global alumni meetings in São Paulo, Amsterdam and Washington DC were quite successful as well. So we focus on both the business and social aspect of the global network. Local chapters in each region organize regional events several times a year. I've put the names of the global board members here. I can send you them later. But besides that, we also organize one big alumni meeting every year tied to a global residency in the current class. We try to make it a little bit more predictable pattern. So we had São Paulo in 2013, Amsterdam in 14, DC in 15. This year it will be Mexico City. So maybe I would like to finish with an invitation to Mexico. It will be there from 10 to 12 November. Probably you already saw the announcement on the LinkedIn page, and it would be great if some of you would be able to join us there. Keep an eye on the LinkedIn group and the Facebook page. And I would like to end with the two communities. Meta mentioned that you are part of two communities, and I would like to add that they do complement each other, because the Alumni Association focuses more on the global network. The university focuses more on lifelong learning, but you see, and especially in recent years, that university and Alumni Association work more and more closely together and organize events, because a strong alumni community is beneficial to both the schools and the alumni. Well, thank you for your attention. Congratulations once again. Do enjoy your achievements before you start to think about next phases. Enjoy them with your family, and I look forward to seeing you in future events. All the best.
So, one of my favorite moments of graduation afternoon. This is what we refer to as scenes from a business school. And we have invited the graduating class to fill that in their own particular way. So the invite was open. Do whatever you want to share with your audience. Who will be representing, or probably Barbara. Please.
I have sent a video, so we can just...
But you can stand here because you're the driver behind the video. Take your moment.
Perfect shoes for this occasion.
There you go. As always, I must say.
I'm just going to say something. I actually have the final opportunity to be the last person to congratulate our class in front of this wonderful group of people. So I have sent a video, and the video is basically a reflection of the experiences of 21 amazing months that we had together. 21 months that I, as a person, will never ever forget. These months have shaped me as the person that I am today. I'm not the person anymore that I was 21 months ago, thanks to you, and thanks to all the experiences that we had, all the places that we went, all the people that we've met. So a big thank you. This is not goodbye. This is my gift to you. It took some time. Hopefully, audio-wise, everything will be okay. If there's any complaints, I'm not here. So, garantie tot aan de deur.
It's not even my fault, eh?
No, it's content-wise. So, enjoy.
Now time of my life. No,
Hi, old friends from RSM. This is Neil greeting from Xiamen University.
RSM class of 2016. This is it, guys. You're gonna graduate.
Smash up.
Had the time of my life, and I never felt this way before, and I swear this is true.
So all seriousness, when we are on these residencies, in the evenings we're all about discussing case studies. And in walk in a bunch of RSM dudes. They were just coming back from a visit to the nightclub. I think it was either Sebastian or Niels, some bald dude. They were there to study the local economy. Seriously, guys, when we are in these residencies, we are all about studying the local economy.
I came up in here to rock, light a fire, make it hot. I don't wanna take no pictures, I just wanna take some shots. So come on, let's go. Let's lose control. Let's do it all night till we can't do it no more. Keep on rocking to the sound. Turn it up and watch it pound. We gon' rock it to the top until the roof come burning down. Yeah, it's hot in her. The temperature has got these ladies getting freaky. There was a time I used to look
from the lectures in the Netherlands to the vast information and real-life experiences. The depth of knowledge gained during the OneMBA is very relevant for my consulting career.
Now the memories on the wall. I hear the songs from the places where I was born. Upon that hill across the blue lake, that's where I had my first heartbreak. I still remember how it all changed. My father said, don't you worry, child. See, heaven's got a plan for you.
You know, in all honesty, you guys are nothing but a source of inspiration to the rest of us.
На здоровье!
I met a girl of a different kind.
And so we are at the real factory of Airbus.
Thought I'd never lose her outside.
If this was the last dance of the night, will you join me till the morning?
Doing business in the USA, in Turkey, in Mexico, in Brazil, in China, in India.
If this was the last dance of the night, will you join me till the morning light? Dance the night away 'cause it feels right. You can't stop, no. You can't stop, no. You can't stop, no.
We also had real-life experiences working in global teams pulled from all participating schools. These effectively changed my perceptions around managing global organizations.
It was a really joyful moment that I share with you, especially with my teammates, my global teammates. Let me see, Olaf, Igor, Folu, Martin, Kenneth. And I have to say that it was a blast to have also a lot of fun with you.
Nothing can stop me, not even if the lights go on. One thing on my mind is
We were like, hey, if these RSM guys can graduate, surely the rest of us can as well. So thank you for that, and let's drink to that.
This was the last dance of the night. Will you join me till the morning light? Dance the night away 'cause it feels right. You can't stop, no. You can't stop, no.
and retaining 60%, but shareholders want 10%, is wealth-destroying growth.
Thought I'd never lose her out of sight. We were so young. I think of her now and then. I still hear the songs, reminding me of a friend.
The OneMBA, no doubt, has given me a whole new view of the world, and I'm sure I'm better positioned to make more effective corporate and personal decisions.
Don't you worry, child. She has got a plan for you. Don't you worry now.
Seriously, why are so many of you RSM dudes bald?
Baby, and drop it. Scrub the floor and just mop it. Show these gangsters how you pop lock it. Don't care what you got in your pocket. I peep the way that you rockin' with that thing. Girl, stop it. Wanna just bang, bang and pop it. While the club crowd is just watching you work it out. Got a gang of cash and it's going all on the ball. Now work it out. And it's going fast cause I feel like a superstar. Now work it out. And you may not have it, you might have just broke the law. Now work it out. It's your turn to grab it.
Said it's the only thing we know how to do. Work hard, play hard, work hard, play hard. We work hard, play hard, keep partying like it's your job. Work hard, play hard, work hard, play hard. We work hard, play hard, keep partying like it's your job.
Damn, who knew? All the planes we flew, good things we've been through, that I'll be standing right here talking to you about another path. I know we love to hit the road and laugh, but something told me that it wouldn't last. Had to switch up, look at things different, see the bigger picture. Those were the days, hard work forever pays. Now I see you in a better place.
How can we not talk about family when family's all that we got? Everything I went through, you were standing there by my side, and now you gon' be with me for the last ride.
It's been a long day without you, my friend, and I'll tell you all about it when I see you again. We've come a long way, from where we began.
You know we started.
Oh, I'll tell you all about it when I see you again.
I'll tell you.
When I see you again.
go out your way and the vibe is feeling strong. And what's small turn to a friendship turn to a bond, and that bond will never be broken. The love will never get lost. And when brotherhood come first, then the line will never be crossed. Established it on our own when that line had to be drawn, and that line is what we reach. So remember me when I'm gone. How can we not talk about family when family's all that we got? Everything I went through, you were standing there by my side, and now you gon' be with me for the last ride.
Let the light guide your way. Hold every memory as you go, and every road you take. It's been a long day without you, my friend, and I'll tell you all about it when I see you again. We've come a long way from where we began. Oh, I'll tell you all about it when I see you again. When I see you again.
RSM class of 2016, congratulations to you guys.
Well, first of all, you're not allowed to tell anyone, but you are my favorite school, and I've shared that with many of you. And you're probably wondering, well, why is that my favorite school? Well, first of all, you guys are hilarious. And your WhatsApp group, as you know, I'm still trying to get in it because you guys are so funny.
Residency was just having all these cultures and backgrounds to come together for a fun evening and show respect to a culture and a background and a people. And that was probably one of the highlights of this trip and the program.
Hi, my friends from RSM. This is Marcel here, a Dominican from Mexico. I'd like you to congratulate you for your graduation.
Seriously, you all remind me of family because I can laugh with you, and so many of us at UNC and the other schools feel so completely comfortable with you and your sarcasm, so thank you for everything.
Hi, OneMBA RSM class of 2016. It was a pleasure to get to know you. I don't have any champagne at the moment, but it's the right color and it's chilled, so congratulations.
Graduating class of 2016, congratulations. It was really a pleasure to have the opportunity to spend a few days with you. Had a lot of fun, and hopefully you learned a few tricks along the way. And I wanted to remind you of a couple things. Number one, remember, always ask for your maximum plausible position. And number two, oh, by the way, I do get 10% of whatever the upside is that you negotiate. Best wishes and continued success.
Keep in mind that a fantastic friend and a phenomenal case study are just around the corner. Congratulations to you.
Though this is the season to say goodbye, let's don't hesitate to keep building our network and try to use it to do our best to help people around us, to do something good to this society, and to make the world even much better place to live because of our efforts. Look forward to meeting with you soon.
So guys, from RSM we're here together, almost all of us from MTV, and we must tell you some truth. Every time we got together for the residencies, Peter will call us and say, come on guys, you know, we are old people, everybody his age, we have some cardiacs among us, and please, let them win, let them win! So guys, this is all of it. You got a cup, but in the end, it was on ourselves. Woo! Yeah!
Holly, congratulations to you too as well. And do me a favor and please say Uber one more time.
The OneMBA program has been insightful, memorable, and life-changing.
Let's keep in touch.
What a program. So whenever I miss you, I'm going to follow the link. Maria Pia, we do have it in our files now, right? Great. Thank you so much, Barbara. Thank you all for participating. So in case there are some people from the other schools watching the live stream, thank you so very much. Mark, step forward as well, because I think we've come to the final point in our
on
our program,
as it behoves,
where it says closing program staff. Maria Pia, yours, step forward.
Actually, this is perfect. If Jos can come down as well, and Maria Pia, can you take center stage as well, please? Because as part of my, I'm not going to hold the speech, don't worry, because you've had a lot of words, and the conclusion of the video is that you're awesome. The other schools recognize this as well. To the rest of the audience, this is not all play. There's a lot of hard work, but this group has been fantastic at working hard and playing hard. And have always taken the program to 110% of what they could achieve. Absolutely fantastic experience. My personal thank you to you as well for all your commitment. The last 2 days for me have been also very inspirational, listening to all your stories and absorbing it. And you will never forget this, but we won't either. That's my personal note, and as chair of the OneMBA Consortium, I would like to congratulate you for graduating under the OneMBA umbrella. And I think you forgot to mention one thing which is important, which I will, as a chair, still remind all my other schools for, which is that we didn't just win the football, we also won the volleyball this year. And you didn't mention that. So I would like to thank all the faculty who contributed to the program as well. Roger and Elizabeth are representing the faculty here, but and because they really made the program for us in many different ways from different countries. But the key people for me, who I would like to thank on my behalf as well, because they've been so enormously supportive of you and everyone else, is the real heart of the program, which is the program team. So Jos and Maria Pia, please take center stage, and let's give them a warm applause. And there's someone, you can stay standing please, because there's someone else who doesn't really like to be thanked very much or take center stage, but she really deserves it enormously. Saskia, you are the backbone for many years. So thank you very much. We are closing this. I'll let Saskia, as it befits, say the last words to you as an audience. And we'll have a drink because it's really time to celebrate.
Definitely. So, I'll give Maria Pia and Jos the honor to walk you out of the room as following our cortege here. So just to give you a short update on the order. So the cortege and you will follow. You can step outside, your family, friends, colleagues. Your guests can follow you as well. And then we walk across to the other building where a surprise awaits in Maria's cantina. However, stop making all that noise with the paper, please. I haven't stopped. I would like to just finish this afternoon, just freshening up your memories. Tinka was so clever, as she always is every year, during the first days and after the first time you went to the United States in your first module here in September 2014 at RSM to ask you for some quotes on your experience on the first week here in the program. And just as a farewell and just keeping it in your mind, like, is it still the same emotion or the same feeling that I feel? September 2014. So, Pierre, how was the first week of the program? What did you experience? How did it feel? Intellectual oxygen. I am breathing again. Timor, change of mind multiplied by 122 OneMBA students. Alessandro, I'm waking up and excitingly trembling on my foundation. Ronald, finally got started. I don't know where it will lead to, but I'm excited to find out. Peter, thinking much better about the impact of my intentions. Erik Penning's very strong team cohesion. Kenneth, submerging in so many different cultures over the past few days. Intense openness. Olaf, inspirational in highest gear. Laurence Barning, proud and happy to be part of such an experienced and globally diverse group. Case, being pulled out of my comfort zone from the very first minute, but I have enjoyed every minute of it. I'll quickly run through it. Team really feels like our team, Alexander. Martin, the entire world represented in one room. Alexander again, group cohesion, mind sharing like we've known each other for a long time already. Jeffrey, energizing global student interaction, mutual experiences, understanding. Wendy, 5 top schools, top camaraderie, working with such like-minded people is very motivating. Marjan Groeneveld, important takeaway in the first few days is that it's all about relationships. A solid relationship does not only depend on good understanding, but on how well we avoid misunderstandings. And then Laurence, communication is not just words, but what you do with them. By joining this program, I have done the right thing. And I think I'd like to conclude the afternoon, the ceremony, with that. I think you've all made the right decision. We've all come to the conclusion that you're a fabulous class, but of course that I've been saying for many, many moons. But you are very special, and I really keep you close to my heart, and that goes for all of us here, I hope. So, as alumni, can I now ask you to stand up and follow the leaders? Jos, Maria Pia, will you guide them? And I think a big round of applause as they exit this room.